then, I'm just going to go and drive around some Hexham test routes. Now, the only reason I'm doing this is because there's literally nothing on YouTube, and I would have really appreciated when I was learning there, just some random test route footage on YouTube, really. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, the test centre is just on my right here. So imagine you've just pulled out the test centre from the right now, and this is generally just some routes you'd go on. Again, this is mainly just to show the routes themselves, rather than my driving. I've just passed my test, so not by any means trying to be cocky showing off my my driving or anything. I don't think I'm that good. I just, like I say, when I was looking for stuff to look at, I was finding nothing on Hexham. There'd be loads on Blythe and Gosford and basically everywhere else. Nothing Hexham. So yeah, you can just mute this if you don't want to listen to my rambling on. That's no bother. I will ramble on because the silence is a bit, I don't love the mock tests in silence on YouTube. It's just a bit grating to, So I'm just gonna ramble on and go some of the routes. Basically, these are the routes that my instructor took me on a lot, just to make sure that I, was well prepared. So it makes it a lot easier if you know the roads. This is a pretty closed junction where people quite often cut their corners. Just make sure they're turning in, and they are. And so what I think I'll do is I'll go the most common route that I know people go on tests here, which is up Corbridge Hill up here, and then I'll just kind of make my way to Corbridge, then make my way to Acomb probably, and if I just remember anything that my instructor said to us or anything I think would be relatively useful, I'll blabber on about it. This is one of the things my instructor said to us actually, when you come into these traffic lights here and they go off. When he said to me to turn right, I didn't position myself to the right now. I'd gotten in the middle of the road, normal position, and then once the lights changed, then I got myself over and into the right box and ready to turn. And he said, make sure you're doing that, as you come into the first set, because showing good planning and awareness and letting the other drivers know your intentions. Driver behind me following relatively close as well, so just watching out for them. And this is a prime spot for them to get to pull up on the left as well. I didn't come this way on my test. I went up, follow the signs to Newcastle up to Corbridge. I know that this is a very, very common way that they will take you. And this curb sticks out right into the road here, so really make sure you're making a big turn, and same with this one here. The curb kind of really sticks out. Just gotta watch for the doggy. And then a right turn here, and then this is another one instructor. Really come over to the right, come over to the right, come over to the right till you're making the turn, and then kind of come around. They don't want you cutting any corners. And then obviously these are situations on this road where you're looking for oncoming traffic, looking for passing spots, and walkers a lot on this road as well, cyclists. So passing spot on the left there, if anything comes, nothing's coming. And away we go. And then again, instructor, look along here because there's definitely a passing place. Anything coming, passing spot here, nothing coming, away we go. Really, they just want to see that you're planning, don't they? And thinking, not just reacting. This next one here, really sort of keep to the left on this one. This is a one where if you kind of take it at a 90-degree angle from here, it will really just pull you out into the middle of the road. So really keep it left here, and then you're not getting hoyed out. Bend here to another place where people cut their corners. A bit of a blind on the hedge, the way it is. Just taking it slow and keeping well to the left on these sort of bends like that. seemingly want to follow me quite closely. And then coming to this quite slowly, just because, again, everyone's cutting the corner here, so just coming slowly, so like, there you go. If anything's turning in, they can make the turn, let them get it done, and you can just kind of edge up into it. And there we go. Obviously, always watch out for the pedestrians doing that. It's a lot worse in Corbridge than it is Hexham, to be fair. Something I've got to watch for. Easy to forget it's a 20-mile-an-hour road. I think it's because this road's just quite open and straight. It's a lot more of a easy one to not feel as a 20. It does change to a 30, not far open. My instructor said that if you do nip over the speed limit, just momentarily, that they prefer it if you like acknowledge it, because it shows that you're aware that you're not just unaware of what speed you're doing and stuff. So that's what he said. Whether I actually would acknowledge it, I'm not sure. Just in case they had their eyes glanced in another direction for that split second or something. I think it depends how much you've gone over by. If you've gone over by 1 for a second, it's just gonna happen when you're driving. I don't think that would be marked on test going over by 1 for a few seconds. He'd actually said, my instructor, that someone had gone 35 on this road, and they went slightly, went over there, and it didn't get marked. So again, it'll depend on the examiner and maybe how their day's going, whether it'll get marked. It is a Saturday early morning, so traffic is probably going to be at a minimum. Next time I come out, I might try and get it at a bit of a more full time. Instructor said around, at least just low 40s on these roads. Obviously, depending on the conditions as well, but low 40s at least should keep you safe from the progress. But especially in these conditions, I mean, you're going to be way faster than that, I think. But it's bucketing down with rain, pointing it down, well, going to be less so. Sharp turn here. Just make sure you get that slowing right, especially if someone's. It's when people are behind you, but following close, that you've got to kind of really, really progressively slow that one. Otherwise, it can be a bit sudden. Instructor had said that someone had failed on this bit because the level crossing had turned to amber when they were pretty sure the guy who was doing the test was pretty close to it, and he slammed on the brakes, and the instructor had to say no, gotta go. So this is a good little bit here because you're turning left here, but you don't actually want your left signal on this particular roundabout because it's got a car park to the left, and the road itself stays pretty straight, so you're going to mislead people if you put a left signal on here, because the car park right on the left there. So you want to actually keep it like this. You're not blocking anyone coming in the roundabout. This is a roundabout that you can come into, because there's only 3 exits to it, and you're not blocking anything. So that's a roundabout as well, where you don't have to wait back at that first giveaway line or anything. You can go into it, and again, left signal will be confusing because there's a car park there. So again, knowing the roads is kind of what takes the pressure off on these bits, because you wouldn't know that if you didn't do that road. And then if you're going up into Corbridge Acomb, put the signal on now, and anything coming, it's got the shots, and they should be giving way. They are. They're good as gold. That giveaway line is very warm though, and a lot of them, they don't realise that they have to give way there. So always just give them a good look and check that they are doing what they are supposed to. And generally speaking as well, Corbridge, you want to be a bit slow. The amount of people. Again, early Saturday morning, so not going to be a factor here, but usually is. So many parked cars, you don't want to be going too fast here. Especially, like I said, when you're having your test, it's more than likely going to be busy. Go into this spot here and just wait. This bit's a bit busier this morning. And then so we can have a good look up the road before we commit to it, and we're all good to go. Then plenty of time to weigh in, and then again looking at all the spots on the left that you can pull in if something comes. Got a spot there. Don't need it. Coming in this way, yeah. I'm not loving how my car stops every time I come to a momentary standstill. Don't love it. Situation. There's a cyclist that's coming up. I'm going to give way one because he's a cyclist. That's another thing that people don't tend to do. They see a cyclist and think, well, I can squeeze it. And it's not great. Should be, if you can. Treating it, especially the meet situations. I mean, you treat the cyclist like a car, really. Let's see that, but we're all good. Nice little situation, that cyclist, actually. Because they're so appreciative as well. It's like, because they don't often get it where cars treat them properly. They're always really happy when you do. This is the coming back onto the A69. Really open that roundabout, so we don't have to slow at all for that one. When people are nice on when you're coming out of slip roads and vice versa, you're being nice to people, you move into lane 2 and give them an easy merge over. That's always the nice thing to do. No point making it awkward. That blue car was very good. it's always deciding when to go when you want to turn right, because you don't want to block anyone from being overtaken. There's also the thing if you want to get over in time. There is a car in that lane coming up now, and I don't want to impede them overtaking. They're coming back in. That's good. So I think I'm going to go over, especially with these cars going on the slip road. Yeah, I'm going to go over now. And then I'm going to put my signal on just about these sort of bollardy things. I'm going to put it on to just let everyone know okay, I'm turning here. Speeding up behind me, thinking, oh, what are they doing? Yeah, and if you know the road, or if you can just look at my right signal, they would have been better off staying in lane 1 there, but you can't really account for everyone else. You just got to do what you do in that situation, and they had to go on the brakes a little harder because they'd sped up behind someone turning right. So yeah, they'll take you one of two ways, I think, if you're coming away. I think the most common one, at least the one my instructor did the most for me, was to turn right here. So that's this road. And then come round and I think there's a left turn up round here. And again, I think it's just different styles of different types of roads, because I think that's why they take Acomb is it's just a bit of a different type of road, especially the specific one they take you, which you'll see in a second. There's a bus stop just around this corner as well that people dart out from, right in the bushes. Right on the left there. So, I always think that the Acomb's like a hazard perception test. And then this car's always, you got to sort of commit, and of course you're going around the bend. And yeah, the left turn, can you see it? It's not that one. It's the next one. It's not great because people park very close to it. And there it is now. Look, see, there's something coming out. And then you've got to make pretty sharp turning. And yeah, this is actually a bus route as well, which I can't believe. But yeah, test routes, all different types of roads. There's a big pothole here, and I can't really avoid it because of where that car is. And there isn't really a spot to do it, but I know that up on the left here, where that Toyota is, that would be where they often get you to do parallel park. they just say just ignore the drop curve and do it there. So I did a lot of practicing parallel parks on that spot. So that's a good point to practice on if you want to practice your parallel parks and different test routes. I'd be practicing the parallel parks around about there, at least some, because that could be where they do it. I was debating where to go there, but I think I'm gonna go up here because I know they can take you not just. I know a lot of them doing circles, but I know that they go this way too. And this is a good one to show because I think it could potentially catch you out if you didn't know the road again. Just because it's quite a steep hill, and I think I remember looking at, because there's a meeting situation here, and I look back at my dashcam footage, and it doesn't look as steep on the dashcam. But as you come over this sort of brew here, it's steep. It really is. And if you're not expecting it, I think that would catch some people out. Again, it's just making you know the roads. Makes you feel more comfortable. You're going down a road and you've been down it before, especially on test. You're going to be feeling a lot better about it than you haven't. All good. I think this is another good little bit to do here coming up on this slip road, because it's not the longest slip road, and it's not, I've never had an issue with it, but I've seen other drivers close the space, so when you're coming up to it, just check there's not one of those type of people as you're coming up on and onto it. We're all good. Yeah, like I said, I've been behind before and seen people getting out of here, and again, it's people who aren't, thinking about the people coming on the slip roads. They're just closing the space. Could easily leave a gap there and don't, and causes issues. Go off and go onto the roundabout and come into back into Hexham. Now, again, my instructor said to me, when you're coming this way, don't put your right indicator on yet if you're going to Hexham. In this lane especially, because it might confuse people that you're going to switch lanes. Put it on now once you're on the roundabout. And as you're coming around, once you get to this point, just give that little switch to the left, just to let them know you're coming. They should be able to see that from your road positioning. But again, just a little reassurance. Getting out of that right turn there. To be honest, I wouldn't even do it. I'd just turn left and go around the roundabout, I think. Especially, it's not so bad at, obviously I've come out early on a Saturday morning, but if you coming out rush hour, not so fun with that right turn. Roundabout's all clear. 20 mile an hour. This is another one where you're kind of coming into it a little faster sometimes, and just remembering once you get to that point, down to 20. I'm going to turn right here because I'm going to go to Lidl to get my mum a jam donut.